Hey everybody, it is the end of day 15 and it was a unique day, very unique, so unique. First of all, we had to go to plan C on my route.
Was it just C? D?
It was C, I think. Plan A was to take the Missouri side down to the river across from Hickman, Tennessee. There's a ferry that runs. We have to get to Tiptonville, Tennessee from Cape Girardeau, Missouri. So we had to cross the river at some point. Plan A was to go down and cross the river right across from Hickman, Tennessee. Take the ferry and then ride the rest of the way down to Tiptonville. That wasn't going to happen because as of yesterday, or 2 days ago, the ferry closed down. And the reason the ferry closed down is because of low water levels. They've not had a lot of rain, and the Mississippi is really low, so they couldn't run the ferry. Well, okay, and for those of you who watched the vlog yesterday, you know that the other option was to ride in 4 states in one day. Take the bridge.
Pretty cool idea.
Pretty cool idea. It was a great idea. Oh, it was a fantastic idea. Take the bridge right where we were, Cape Girardeau. Go from Missouri to Illinois. Take Illinois down to a bridge that goes over to Kentucky, over the higher river. Down Kentucky, across the Tennessee line, on the Tiptonville. Problem with that is, that's one scary bridge. Holy crap, that was a scary bridge. I'm looking at pictures of it. I'm reading. I didn't know this, but you can review bridges on Google. And I read the reviews. There ain't no way.
Cars don't even like driving over.
There were motorists saying that they don't even use that bridge anymore. There were motorists saying that they've had the bridge is so narrow that they had their side view mirrors torn off. Well, I'm not riding my bicycle across that. Backing up traffic, ticking people off.
I don't want to drive across it.
And I read the book. In my earliest vlogs, I shared with you the book that I used to cross-reference my routes. And I get, hey, people who want to watch this, they'll listen. My wife thinks I talk too much. It's not true.
Your profession shows
the
through.
book, he doesn't even he mentions the bridge once. He says, don't take it. He says, if you take it, have someone drive you across it. But even if you get across it, the roads on the other side in Kentucky are not safe at all. Heavy traffic, no shoulder.
And this is 25 years ago.
And I looked at the satellite images, and no, strike 2. Now what do we do? Well, there's only one other way to cross, and that's to go further south, which is what I did. I took a route, stayed in Missouri, took a route all the way to Caruthersville, which means nothing to you, I'm sure. Can't cross that bridge either on a bike because that's an interstate. So Kim had to take me across the bridge in the car. And then we had to come back up north to Tiptonville. But overall, the ride was great. Had a tailwind. I was cooking. I started late at 7. It was after 7 I started. And I was done 3:30. I don't know what the mileage is. I'll check.
We took a long lunch.
Took a long lunch, but I was cooking. So
you had a great day of biking.
The riding was great. However, that's not the highlight of the day. The highlight of the day is this lady right here. She is going to be nominated for SAG of the Year. Support and gear. She loves it when I point at her.
I'm going to say you ready.
She went 1 hour out of her way, one way. So 2 hours total out of her way to get me this little piece of plastic. I don't know if you can see it or not.
Is it plastic?
Yes. Don't lose it. You'll be driving another 2 hours.
Oh, no, it's metal.
It's not metal.
Yes, it is.
That's not metal.
You can't even see here. Let me put it in front of its head. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Now you can see it better.
She went 2 hours round trip. 2 hours round trip to get this for me.
Yeah.
Now, what is it? This is a Presta valve wrench
and remover.
I was having issues with my back tire again. I have never had so many issues with one tire in the last 5 years. I've not had as many issues as I've had with this tire in the last 5 days. And I got a valve that's faulty or clogged or something. I can't get air into the tire. Fortunately, air's not coming out, but I can't get air into the tire.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had to find a way to loosen the valve, and I didn't have one of these things for some reason. So she went and got one.
Oh, better yet.
So
I purchased the core.
She got another core for the valve.
And the guy gave me the wrench for free.
That's awesome. So she gets nominated for SAG of the Year, Support and Gear. And she's thrilled. She drove a total of like 4 hours a day.
Yes. Oh,
and she loves to drive.
Oh.
It's her favorite thing.
And it was highway, 70 miles per hour, almost the whole thing.
Yeah. So I got to work on my bike tonight, and hopefully I'll get that figured out so that I can get air in it. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. If not, I can replace the core, no big deal. What else did you do today?
Well, the traveling adventures of Kim and Mitch. We went to a pancake house this morning. Mitch pigged out on pancakes. I enjoyed some decaf coffee and bacon. Then we went to the Trail of Tears, which I was really disappointed in the visitor center. But Mitch had to get his picture taken with some of the taxidermy that they had there.
Oh, I bet he was thrilled.
Wait till you see the one picture. He's pretending like he's getting attacked by an owl, I think. Yeah.
He was probably terrified.
Well, no, he was pretending there, and then he was all brave with I think there was like some kind of bobcat or something who was in a cage, and so he thought he was just something, he could get so close. And then we took pictures of the Mississippi, and it does look really low. But yeah, we enjoyed doing that, and since I was in the car so much, I got to do continuing ed. Yeah, that's a 2-hour course. So yeah, that was fun.
2 birds with 1 stone.
Oh, yeah, but
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was our adventure for today, and tomorrow we'll be going from, well, I will say Tiptonville to Covington, Tennessee. That's not quite true.
No.
But the bridge where Kim brought me across, I will start there and go to Covington. It'll be a short day, about 50 miles worth.
Yeah.
And looking forward to that because it'll be hopefully a nice, easy day. So yeah. All right. Well, we got a couple segments coming up. Your favorite, and we will talk to you later.
Non-breathing carcasses laying on the side of the roadway.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, we said it opposite way. All right. Mitch, you always have to be the center of attention. Yes, people know. You're here. Now please get on my way. Everybody, it's time for What Was That Dead Thing? I wish I had fantastic and exciting news for you today, but alas, today was kind of a light day. Let me tell you what we got. We found our second muskrat of the trip. At first I thought it was a rat. It's like, it makes more sense that it was a muskrat, like maybe a young muskrat. I don't know if there's brown rats around here, but I'm going to call it a muskrat. 4 birds, 3 coons, found a possum. Not sure if it was really dead or not. Who knows? Flip a coin. And 4 armadillos, plus 7 UFOs. That was it. That's pretty good. I mean, not much to report there. If you look at our overall totals, 4 armadillos puts them at 17 for the trip, which means they've already passed the deer. Now, we found our first armadillos when, Kim? 3 days ago? 2 days ago?
2 days, I think.
2 days ago? They've already passed deer. They're at 17. Deer is at 16. We got possums at 21 now. However, unlikely is 21. It's more like somewhere between 10 and 15. So technically, armadillos have already passed possums. And now they're only, what, 3 behind turtles. So the armadillo population continues to struggle here in the south. That's about all I had to report. Not much going on here. I did have a run-in with a skunk. I didn't share this. Oh, I got 2 things I haven't shared with you. One is the skunk. I found a live skunk. Live skunks are more dangerous, by the way, than dead skunks. Dead skunks, it's true, Kim. Don't laugh.
Oh, okay.
Dead skunks stink. Live skunks can make you stink. So I'm traveling down the road early in the morning, a fairly busy road, no shoulder. About 30 yards ahead of me, a skunk scurries across the road from the far side of the road to my side of the road with its tail up in the air. Not a good sign. What do? Well, there's a car coming from behind me, so I can't. Do I scoot over? I don't know how. I didn't know what to do. I don't want to stop because it was that far, just the right distance ahead of me. If I stop, I'm right there with the skunk. So I looked in my side view mirror. The car was still back a ways, so I booked it to the other side of the road and passed to where the skunk was and let the car pass and came back on my side. But that was a little tenuous right there. I didn't like that situation at all. The other thing I never mentioned, and this happened days ago, remember the episode where I talked about, Kim, remember the episode where I talked about bird brain, being a bird brain?
Yeah.
How birds just aren't that, they just didn't evolve the mass transit system. Yeah. That's why we found a lot of dead birds.
Uh-huh.
The very next day, I'm going through this park area. I don't even remember what town it was. I'm not even going to try to figure it out. And there were birds in the air squawking at me. That's not unusual. You're going down a bike path. There's birds that get excited because you're near their nest or whatever. And this bird was like closer than usual. And then I felt something hit my head. Now, there's no trees around at this particular time. I'm pretty sure that bird came and pecked me on the head. True story. I don't know if it's a coincidence that it was the day after I made fun of the birds. What do you think?
I'm not sure how they would have listened to YouTube, but there's crazy things out there.
There are crazy things out there. And Kim's not a fan of birds, so that was another weird thing that happened. So yeah, wildlife is really adds to the stories of the day. So that's all I had for the day. But we got a bonus segment coming up about what happens when you bicycle day after day after day in bright sunshine. Hope you enjoy it. Don't laugh too hard. So there was a day when I thought it was silly to wear gloves while bicycling. Just thought, why? Why do you need gloves? No reason you need gloves. And then I started biking more and more longer distances. And I noticed I was getting blisters on my fingers because you have pressure points at various places on your body when you bicycle. Your feet, your butt, your hands. That's it. So you can imagine, as I got older and I got fatter, there's lots more and more weight on those pressure points, including the hands. So I thought, well, I'll give it a try. So I wore gloves. And you saw a picture of the gloves before this segment. And the gloves really help. Lots of padding on the palms of the gloves, and it does help. It doesn't solve the problem. For those of you who bicycle long distances, your hands still get sore. In fact, there's a nerve that goes through the palm of your hand, along the palm of your hand. I have a particular problem with my left hand. It gets really sore, and so it can become a problem but the gloves do really help with that. But there's a side effect that my wife thinks is humorous, and that is what happens when you wear your bicycle gloves day after day after day, running long distances in the sun. Now you saw the before picture. I'm going to show you the after picture. Here it is. So you see what happens. You go back if you didn't notice it, and recognize that it's not because my hands are dirty. It's because I got tan lines. I got tan lines on my fingers. You also notice I have this little dot, and this is true for both hands. I just showed you one hand. I have this little darkened dot on the back of my hand, which is, if you look at the picture with the glove, it's where the Velcro doesn't completely cover all the skin there. There's a little hole there where my skin is exposed. So I have a tan line across all 5 fingers, right below the knuckle, and a dot on the back of my hand. Now, how long do you think after my trip is done will that tan line be there? You're wrong. It's longer than that. I took my last renewal leave 6 years ago?
Yes, in 17.
2017. And
your renewal leave?
Yes.
Renewal leave was 18.
18.
Your Miami trip was in 17.
Yeah, but 18 was my renewal leave. Anyway, that was 5 years ago. Before I started this trip, I still had tan lines on my legs from 5 years ago. So for those of you who are waiting for me to get home, I just want you to know, okay, my hands are squeaky clean, right, Kim?
Sure.
Sure, she's gonna go with that. My hands are squeaky clean. They're gonna look weird. Don't laugh at me. I'm a very sensitive soul. Don't hurt my feelings. But my hands are going to look funny. I'm sure all my friends are going to just rip on me about my hands. It's going to get worse before it gets better, and it'll be like that for quite a while. So I just consider it a battle scar. It's a battle scar for the trip that I'm taking. I'm just giving everyone a heads up on that. I'll show you my arms, my legs, but I'm going to forego that for now. That's in some ways even more humorous. All right, enough of that. What's that, Mitch? Really? I forgot again. Why don't you tell the camera? No, you don't tell. You don't tell me you're camera shy. You want me to tell the camera? All right, I'll tell the camera. What do you want me to tell them? You sure? All right, everybody. I just want you to know: 0 bicyclists, 0 river otters.